It's confirmed. Arsenal went ahead to arrive in Munich very well. They went ahead, obviously, fill the stadium of the Allianz Arena, where they're going to be playing today in that stadium. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're only watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokani David is my name, and I hope you guys are really having fun. Arteta's gonna hit to hold a press conference, and this is where we're gonna hit to pick out these quotes and statements that is gonna hit obviously put up into this beautiful game of football. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Looks like Barcelona has gone ahead to really get a red card right now, and it's really a concern. I don't know if that's going to Barcelona or to the side of PSG, but it looks like it's a red card to the defender, right? Araujo looks like went ahead, obviously stop, and it looks like a red card. Will VAR overturn it? I think went ahead, obviously get hold on him, but it shows you that some decisions in these Champions League referees are really bored, because when you look at the foul that Harry Kane went ahead to obviously make when it mattered most in that game, right? When it mattered most in that game, where he went ahead to elbow Gabriel Magalhaes. Do you know what happened? The referee was like, no, it's not supposed to be a red card, it's a yellow card. But I thought in all other games, when you elbow someone, it's supposed to be a red card. You get? So it shows you how bad these decisions are obviously made, and this red card, I think, looks like it's really gonna stand. It's a red card, no VAR review. He has gone ahead to obviously send him off. But I think Araujo has been really naive when it comes to what he's gonna hit to do in this game, because you cannot really foul a player like that when you are the last man, and yet you very much know that you are really leading the game, because Barcelona has been leading this game by 1-0, and finally Araujo has been sent off after this is it Boca something, the player they sent from Monaco, who is playing on the left forward, and how this gives PSG a chance to obviously raise up in this beautiful game of football and see how they're gonna come up and really put in the shift. So smash the like button close to 400 times. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Third video of the day, and here we come to obviously bring you the latest that you people deserve onto this channel. Now we start it off with Arteta addressing the Bukayo, Saka and Martin Odegaard fitness. He said, hopefully we've had less than 48 hours to recover from the game, and we've had very little training, so we will assess them tomorrow and see how they are. So it's a little bit worrying for Arsenal, because two of your best left-footed players having to be in such a situation. You wouldn't like to find yourself in such a situation if at all you are a side of Arsenal. You'll need them to be at what we call full pelt. That is it. You'll need them to be at what we call full pelt. You'll need them to obviously come in through and really put in the desired shift into that game of football. So for me, I look at them as players who are really going to be available, and them being readily available will obviously offer them a chance to see to it that they come and really do the needful. But the question is, will they be 100% fit? That is the huge question that you'll obviously ever want to hear from your manager, that is Mikel Arteta. So as soon as it really goes that way, I'll come here and really let you know what the decision is. But I tell you, there is no way they're going to this game of football without these players. They are gonna come up and do the needful, because I'm gonna hate to see them train very, very, very well. So with them taking part in the training session at Allianz Arena and at the Sober Reality Training Center, these players are gonna be really given a go to start, or to have to start into that game. And I know, however much they want to be 100% fit, they'll find themselves in a position of really producing best moments in the game, because the game is gonna be of fine margins. I tell you, the game of Arsenal and Bayern Munich is gonna be a game of fine margins. And Borussia Dortmund has just gone ahead to score right now. Brandit has gone ahead, obviously put it at the back of the net. So it shows you that my two favorite teams to go through were Borussia Dortmund and Barcelona, but Barcelona getting a red card. Looks like they've gone ahead to bottle it a little bit, but Brandit has gone ahead, obviously put it in the back of the net. Looks like Adeyemi, who's the man orchestrating. Let me see, because I want to give you updates. You know, I'm recording this video while I'm watching this game of football, and we want to see who really went through putting the assist. Obviously, he's on side. Brandit. It looked like Matt Hummels gave him the assist. Now, Arteta was again asked onto Odegaard being man-marked and how he can find a solution. He said there is a lot of teams that do that. When we played a few days ago against Aston Villa, their holding midfielder had very similar behaviors. It's normal, and it can free up the spaces and players. And I think they are very much understanding that certain situations open up others. So, for me, in my own understanding, I look at Odegaard as one of those players that should come in through and really put in a shift. And as Thomas Tuchel is looking at Saka and Odegaard to obviously hurt him, it's high time Arteta change the game plan. You know, surprise them. Because I've gone ahead to see people surprising, all managers surprising people. You know, let other players rise up to the occasion. Let the winning plan of Arsenal be on different players. If Jesus and Kai Havertz start, let them really have that. And Declan Rice, let him be given a role to obviously create more and more and more and more and more and more havoc into that game of football. Because when you really look at how Bayern Munich is going to come up to play, you really know that they are going to target Saka and Martin Odegaard. But in the due course of targeting them, that doesn't stop Arsenal, because as Arteta is going to hate to say that even Aston Villa came up with a different style of play, but Odegaard went ahead, obviously put those line-breaking passes in because he's a press-resistant player. And the only player you'll worry for is Bukayo Saka in such a situation. It's Bukayo Saka in such a situation because you'll very much understand that he won't at any one point really thrive when he's going to hit, obviously, be in what we call a compacted area. So if they man-mark him up, I think he will be out. But for Odegaard, even if you man-mark him, he has pure quality and he's a press-resistant player. He can turn in very small pockets of space to find out a pass and really hurt the opponent. So the only worry for me is for Bukayo Saka, because he's not good at being what we call a press-resistant player, but he can get you what you really desire as your side. So we wait and see how that is going to pan out into this beautiful game of football. But Arteta has a plan, because he knows to eat that. They're going to come out and really do the needful. But he's unbelievable. I tell you, Odegaard is unbelievable. And this kind of game, this is where players like Odegaard raise up to the occasion and really kill it off. You know, either with assists or with goals or with secondary assists. Like you saw in the first and second goal. The first goal, he finds out that that towards the byline pass to Saka. Saka finds the ball into the vicinity of Ben White. White does a pass to him, and Saka buries the back of the net. It was like Odegaard tussling it out for the ball. Jesus lands on it. He feints, he body feints, and when he body feints, you know what happens? He sends Gretzka the wrong way, and he had a scream coming in through from Trossard. And when Trossard gave him the ball, and when he gave the ball to Trossard, Trossard buried it at the back of the net. So that is the beauty of having such players into your team, because they can really do the job and really get everything done and dusted. So for my case, I really believe all will be well with the club of Man United, with the club of Arsenal, if Odegaard rises up to the occasion, and I know he can. Nothing is going to really stop him from obviously being the player he's supposed to be. Now, Arteta on what he wants to see from Arsenal players on Wednesday, that is today or tomorrow, depending on when you're watching this video from the time of recording. In my country, it's still Thursday, sorry, it's still Tuesday, but I know it's really going to gather momentum on Wednesday. Now, A performance that puts us in the Champions League semi-final. All the preparation have been to achieve that and earn it. We have been ready for 10 months and everything we did last season to start that journey in the Champions League after so many years, and tomorrow we have an unbelievable opportunity to make it happen. Obviously, they have that unbelievable opportunity to make it happen and see to it that a lot goes their way, and nothing is gonna stop them. I tell you, nothing is really gonna stop them, because if they really go and fight for their lives and fight for the badge of Arsenal, nothing is gonna stop them from knocking out Bayern Munich. I tell you, Bayern Munich is porous. You know, they are like a watering can. All what Arsenal has to do is to create chances and kill them off. I don't want to see the Arsenal that came in through when they're playing against Aston Villa. That Arsenal was really rubbish, because when it created chances in the first half to kill off the game, they never killed off the game. And that shows you the difference between Arsenal and Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich had two shots at goal, and they all went ahead, obviously, be put at the back of the net. That is it. You understand? So it shows you exactly what this game of football is all about and how it can change in a nick of time. So Arteta is saying the performance, they want to put up a performance that sets them into the semi-final. And if I told you an Arsenal player watching me down, because I know some players will watch this channel, you will have to think of the loss against Aston Villa and whether you still have a chance to play into the title of the Premier League. This is like the only chance that, this is the only clear-cut chance Arsenal really having to go to the semi-finals and keep their chances alive to obviously win what we call the Champions League. You know? And you wouldn't like to come back from Germany when they've gone ahead to knock Arsenal out, yet you are playing Tottenham Hotspur on Saturday. All you would want to see is yourself into the driver's seat, and you get yourself better and better and better. So I think Arteta and his players have gone ahead, obviously understand this very well, and they've gone ahead, obviously give in all their work. They are going to sleep over it, and nothing is going to really stop them from achieving this. If at all these players put their bodies on the line and really run, because I know this Arsenal side is really a very good running side, but there is one culprit. He goes by the names of Gabriel Magalhaes. Very, very, very badly in form. In the previous two games, he has been calamitous. And Arteta needs to look through that and needs to tell him that this is the game that defines our season. The other game that was defining our season, you bottled it. This one, you don't bottle it up, right? Because Arsenal had everything to do to win that beautiful game of football in there for you. Then lastly, Arteta was asked on what is happening in the dressing room of Arsenal. He said, we've thrown the game away and the one we played a few days ago, because regardless of that result, it will have no impact on what's going to happen tomorrow. We will refocus and start to build the confidence, trust, and understanding for the performance that we have to put in tomorrow to beat them and be through in the tie. So, Arteta believes they can knock out Bayern Munich, and I too believe they can, if at all they really continue to do the needful. But one thing you have to know about Arsenal is it's statistically set up there that Arsenal have gone ahead not to concede very many goals when they're playing away from home. That is it. So when they're playing away from home, they defend very well, and it's very hard for them to concede. Though in the Champions League, in every game they're going to have to play away, they've gone ahead to concede by 1 goal, and the most they've gone ahead to concede away from home were 2 against RC Lens. So are they going to come up with their Champions League form into this game, or they're going to come out with what we call their Premier League away form? So all they need to do is to come up with a style of play that can really keep them in the game. If Arteta can easily display or duplicate or blueprint or mirror the style of play he went ahead to obviously showcase at Etihad, I think it will work out best for them. You saw how these players intentionally or deliberately closed down the side of Man City. and Man City had just one shot at goal. If they can come in through and stop Bayern Munich, because Bayern Munich doesn't have players like Man City have, and create compactness in front of goal of Arsenal, I think a lot can happen and really go the way of Arsenal. So the chance is there. Arteta has shown us that he's going to go to play certain games. He is going to execute a very beautiful game plan. It is going to cause a lot of positive results for Arsenal. And away from home this time around, with no pressure, I think Arsenal can do it. So, your reactions to Odegaard, Bukayo, Saka fitness concerns are welcome in the comment section below ahead of the game of Bayern Munich. What do you make about everything that Arteta is going to hint on? And I'm going to return with more and more and more about this. But I tell you what, Masten from Chelsea has gone ahead to make it to nil for the side of Borussia Dortmund. Guys, Dortmund looks like it's like a wildfire. I told you. If I told you who watched my match day live, that this side of Borussia Dortmund is really gonna cause havoc to this side, and I knew it's really gonna happen. And guess what? They are causing havoc, and it's turmoil for the side, you know, and it's really turmoil for the side of and it's really turmoil for the side of Atletico Madrid. And guess what? Sancho is really doing the needful, and it's really one of those goals that are going to be looking good from Masten. And Masten was shifted to play as a left back, and the manager is really doing loads and loads and loads of things. So we wait and see how that pans out. But Masten has gone to score the second goal. The first one was scored by Brandit. May the living to God bless you abundantly. Rokani David is my name. I sign out for now. See you later. And that's what Arteta had to say, and more is yet to come. Bye-bye.